Subaru is a great company simply because it doesn't stick to the norm. Subaru doesn't develop a slightly different version of the same type of vehicle. It is a company known for taking a different approach to what they do. This is most obvious with models like the Forester. When Toyota came out with the RAV4 in the early 1990s, the crossover segment was essentially born. To fight Toyota's new achievement, other companies also came out with their own models. At roughly the same time, Honda revealed the CR-V, which was a similar vehicle to Toyota's model. Of course, there were more companies that joined the game, but the most memorable one was Subaru with the Forester. At first glance, the Forester didn't look much different from a wagon. It might have sat taller than a regular car, but to the untrained eye, the difference wasn't visible. Even so, it managed to provide outstanding ground clearance numbers and 4x4 systems that made it one of the best in the segment. Now, after 26 years, the Forester is getting an update, and here's everything you need to know about it. The current generation Forester may not be as unique as the first one, but it is still different from the rest. Its cabin might have grown towards a more SUV-like look, but there is no denying the wagon within it. There is also no denying the unique flat-4 engines that can be found under the hood. These engines are known to produce silky smooth idling and a great noise. Just like the first generation, the current vehicle is one of the most capable crossovers on the market. The model's wilderness trim level, which is offered specifically for off-roading, provides significant updates like improved traction control, a suspension lift, and even skid plates. But the main reason the Forester is so capable is its symmetrical all-wheel drive system. You see, most crossovers out there have transversely mounted engines with front-wheel drive biased all-wheel drive systems that send power to the rear only when necessary. The Subaru, on the other hand, works in a completely different way. It uses a traditional longitudinal setup with a permanent four-wheel drive system that uses a center viscous coupler. This means that power is split 50-50 between the front and rear axles. Now, each axle has open differentials, which is a downside. However, this is being taken care of by a traction control system that uses braking to distribute power to where it needs to go. Finally, if you look closely underneath the Forester, you will notice a respectable amount of ground clearance. This is true for all generations and especially for the latest wilderness models, which features a very impressive 9.2 inches. The ground clearance is available on the Forester is mostly attributed to four-corner independent suspension with long control arms. This design might not offer much articulation. However, it keeps the differentials high, providing more clearance. The above setup makes the Forester significantly more capable than the vast majority of crossovers out there and is the main reason why Subarus have acquired a name as machines that are much more capable than they look. Subaru is expected to modernize the vehicle to ensure it meets today's standards. Firstly, a collaboration with Toyota is likely to pair Subaru's 2.0-liter boxer engine, FB20, with Toyota's hybrid system. This is a great idea as Subaru knows how to make great boxer units and Toyota is one of the leading hybrid technology manufacturers. This marriage should provide the Forester with better fuel economy and more power. On its own, the FB20 2.0-liter produces 143 horsepower. Horsepower can vary depending on configuration. With the Toyota motors, we can expect roughly 193 horsepower and gas mileage close to 40 miles per gallon. Worth noting is that Subaru will most likely keep the Forester's excellent four-wheel drive system and won't add a motor in the rear to emulate all-wheel drive as Toyota does. The new model should keep its longitudinal layout with the motor sitting behind or in between the engine and transmission. Keep in mind that this AWD information is just speculation at this point. Since many vehicles and automakers are moving towards full electrification, there is a good chance that Subaru may produce the new Forester's platform with the capability to become a full EV. Such a movement can make the Forester a bit more future-proof. That being said, there is still time before full electrification comes around. Therefore, a fully electric Forester may still lie in the distant future. Finally, as all new vehicles should do, the new Forester is likely to offer improvements in safety. First of all, the redesigned body should be stronger than ever before while also utilizing better crumple zones. This ensures that passengers remain protected from impact forces. Aside from structure changes, the Forester might also improve on electronic safety features like lane keep assist, automatic braking, adaptive cruise control. With the above in mind, it is safe to assume that the Forester will keep its beloved underpinnings, which are what set it apart from the competition, while also modernizing the rest of the platform to ensure it can take on the best within the fiercely competitive crossover segment. The interior of the Forester has always been one of its strong points. The wagon-like design leads to ample amounts of space with numbers like 69.1 cubic feet of space with the second row folded or 26.9 cubic inches with the second row in use. Legroom for the rear is decent and front passengers won't have issues with headroom. Of course, the Subaru's price tag is relatively low, $26,495. Therefore, on the inside, it isn't as luxurious as other crossovers. However, it is still a comfortable and practical interior that has worked well for years. The new model is expected to feature similar attributes in terms of space and comfort, but might get additions like a 12-inch digital gauge cluster and an 11-inch infotainment system. The infotainment display might be the same as the one that can be found in the Crosstrek. Features like wireless charging are likely to find their way from the Crosstrek to the new Forester upon release. The new Forester is expected to go on sale next year as a 2025 model year. Just like the current model, it will likely be built in Japan, which is a good thing. The quality of manufacturing on the other side of the Pacific is top-notch and is a strong indicator that the new Forester will be just as reliable as the old ones. Subaru should always remember the routes of the Forester when releasing the new vehicle. The crossover must retain its fantastic four-wheel drive system, as it is what sets it apart from other crossovers. In areas of the US in which winters are rough or where off-roading and adventuring are a regular activity, a Subaru always occupies a large percentage of vehicles on the road.